But now it is time for the list, and first up, Nipplegate. Look how interested you all are. Actually, I'm looking at a man right now, he just burst into a big smile. Hollywood icon Sophia Loren, whom we love, right? She's 80 years old, can you believe it? She just came out with this book, her autobiography, Yesterday, Today, Tomorrow, My Life. And in her book, Loren addresses the famous photo taken 57 years ago of her and then sex symbol Jane Mansfield. Take a look at this photo. Okay. Now, see the way her eyes are? No. Yes. Here's the story behind this. She was 23 years old. She had just arrived in Hollywood, a new starlet, and Paramount set up a party for her. She goes to the party, and Jane Mansfield is the last person to arrive and sits down next to Sophia, and one of her nipples is starting to come out. And so that's why she's looking like that, because she was afraid they would come onto her plate. She said she was so frightened that, and these are her words, everything in her dress was going to blow, boom, and spill all over the table. So anyway, that's just a great picture, but it got me thinking about the most famous Nipplegate incident of all. You know what I'm talking about? Super Bowl, right? 10 years ago. Nobody remembers who plays at that Super Bowl, who played that day, right? It was actually, I think, the Panthers and the Patriots. But anyway, it doesn't even matter. They had the halftime, and remember Justin Timberlake and Janet Jackson, and they're dancing around. He grabs at her breastplate. They claimed it was an accident. I don't know. And her breast was exposed for 9/16 of a second, half a second. And it literally, and that resulted in a huge debate about obscenity and the media. There were fines imposed by the FCC. It was a big, big deal. Now, this is my memory of that Super Bowl. My son Gabe was 13 years old at the time. And he invited a whole bunch of 13-year-olds to watch the game. And they're in the basement, we're upstairs with some friends, we're not watching, and we hear suddenly this screaming erupt in the basement, and it's like crazy, and applause and all this stuff. And I go, oh my gosh, the Patriots must have gotten a touchdown because they like the Patriots. They come running upstairs, they're running, they're dancing, they're gallivanting, they're saying, we saw a nipple, we saw a nipple, we saw... I couldn't believe it. I literally witnessed when little boys turned into adolescents in front of my own eyes. It was unreal. It was really unreal. Anyway, I had a Nipplegate incident of my own. Do you remember when I was on The View? This is true. We were doing a show about prom dresses, and we all had to dress in prom dresses. And so at the end of the show, I'm showing how, because I'm not very large, I'm showing how, you scoop and you push your breasts up, right, to form cleavage. And one of mine fell out on the obviously fell out. It was at least half a second, probably more. And I was freaking out. I thought, oh my God, we're gonna get all these nasty phone calls, the FCC. No one responded. No one responded. I'm not kidding. No fines from the FCC, no teenage boys screaming, nothing.